ciel bleu vole en silence.
Sometimes you feel like a splurge and sometimes you don't. In today's video, I'm going to share some designer-inspired steals and deals that can really kind of help you get the look for less. Because sometimes we feel like we want to splurge a little bit and buy something, designer and fancy that we're going to have in our wardrobes for a long time, and other times we really just want that look and that inspired item. So if you're new here, my name is Netta. My whole goal as a personal stylist is to help women over 50 look and feel confident every single day. I feel like we can have a better day every day through style, and I want you to feel beautiful daily. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you will consider hitting the subscribe button at the end of this video. So let's get into it. Oh, before I get started, Closet Confidence Workshop Series, we're wrapping up the first few days, but it's not too late to hop in, get the replays, attend a couple of the live workshops, check out the workbook. So comment closet below if you're interested in that, and I will get you the link. Okay, let's get started. I was in a workshop with one of the members of my Ageless Style program. She said she had been eyeing the Betty cardigan from Sezane for a while and wasn't sure that she wanted to spend $170 on it. And then she came across the Amazon dupe of the Betty cardigan. So I'm going to put them both up here because in this case, whoever is selling this Amazon dupe is really using the Sezane picture, which I definitely don't support. But this is a really good dupe of the Amazon of the Sezane Betty cardigan. So if you're looking for that look for less, I have seen this. It's sort of, I would call it like a fresh new version of the lady jacket. The lady jacket isn't going anywhere, but if you want like an updated look for 2024, this is a great one to go for. So Amazon has this version that's $43, and actually I think it's $50, sorry. And then Loft also has a $50 version. Now it's basically a collared cardigan with buttons up the front. So the Sezane Betty cardigan, the Loft cardigan, the Amazon cardigan, all kind of inspired and all kind of in the same vein. Now, Veronica Beard has a more expensive version, about $500, that doesn't have a collar, that I think is stunning as well. So I will pop that up here. So depending on your budget, if this is something that you're looking at, there's a version for everybody out there. Okay, I also have been getting a lot of requests for something similar to the Spanx Era Essentials sweatshirt. Now, a little while back, Target did a version of this that was fabulous, but it sold out in about 2.5 seconds. But of course, Amazon, trusty Amazon, is always a good source for designer-inspired pieces. So the Spanx Air Essentials like zip-up sweatshirt, if you haven't seen it, it's about $118. It's not crazy, but it is a sweatshirt, so it's kind of expensive for a sweatshirt. And in this clove color, it's one of the hot colors that Spanx has in this sweatshirt. So went to Amazon and I found this version for $43. Same color, same style, same kind of general look as the Spanx Air Essentials. This is a really, really popular item with really, really good reviews, and it's really got that really, yummy, soft fabric that the Spanx Air Essentials line is known for. Okay, now let's talk. We're gonna go higher end because I just covered a couple of pretty casual items. We're gonna go about as high end as you can go with the Chanel tweed jacket. So the tweed blazer from Chanel, it's an iconic piece. It's something that kind of is very tied to the Chanel look, and it's just the quintessential Chanel jacket. Now a tweed blazer from Chanel is going to set you back about $8,000. So here's one from the current collection. It's stunning. This is a runway look. It's red tweed. It's just magical and beautiful and very, very expensive. Now, if you want that red tweed Chanel inspired jacket look for less, I've got a couple of great options for you. The first is from J. Crew. This is about $260. This is their version of that iconic Chanel tweed jacket. Now, in a way, I feel like the Chanel jacket has become so mainstream that it's not like this is exactly a dupe. It's really just now the way tweed jackets look. Like they filter down, and so many different brands and so many different designers have their own versions. So I don't even really see this as a dupe, but this is a really great version from J. Crew. Now, if you want to go even less expensive than that, Mango has one that's half the price of the J. Crew. It's about $130, and it's a beautiful red tweed blazer. So you can't go wrong. There's the Chanel version for $8,000, the J. Crew version for about $250, and the Mango one for $130. So they're all beautiful. So take your pick if you're looking for that iconic tweed blazer. This is something that's going to be in your wardrobe for the rest of your life. It's not going to date. Okay, let's move on. The next is a leather trench coat. Now, if you're looking for the most luxurious leather trench coat out there, you really, really can't beat the Bottega Veneta leather trench coat. It is stunning. Now, they have a version as low as $7,500, but the one I'm showing here, it's kind of like eel patterned, and it's $10,000. So, leather trench coat from Bottega Veneta, obviously a luxury splurge item at $10,000. Now, I'm super excited to be working with the jacket maker for this portion of the video. I have loved their jackets, and I've talked about them in the past because they have custom sizing available at a price that is very comparable to just buying a regular leather moto jacket or a leather blazer on your favorite department store website. So when I saw this leather trench coat from the jacket maker, I was like, I need this trench coat in my life. It is so perfect. First of all, it's the color of the season, maroon. And even though maroon burgundy wine is the color of the season, it's never going anywhere because it's part of my color palette, and it's a color I wear every fall and winter kind of extensively. So I love this. I love the studded detail on the sleeves. This is called their Missoni leather trench coat. I think it's just absolutely beautiful, and it's $480. Again, there's custom sizing options available for this coat, and you can get a perfect fit in this jacket. So $10,000 or less than $500. I think, take your pick, but I really, really love the jacket maker. I'm going to pop up my code here if I have one, and I'll have all the information in the description box below as well. Okay, next let's move on to chunky loafers. Now, the chunky loafer that everyone has been eyeing and oohing and eyeing over for the last several years is the Prada chunky leather loafer. Now, this is about $1,200 for the Prada. Like, it's their monolith loafer. It's massive. It's chunky. If you're still really into the chunky shoe thing, this Prada loafer, it's not going to go anywhere. It has its fans, and it's just going to be one of those iconic pieces that's going to represent the Prada brand for a really long time to come. So, again, this is an investment piece, but it is something that you would have for a really long time. So if it's your style, might be something that you want to splurge on at $1,200. Now, if you want the look for less, of course, I got you. This one from Michael Kors is $175. I don't really recommend Michael Kors all that often here, but I think he did a great job with this loafer, kind of getting that Prada-inspired look at a much, much more reasonable price. Now, if you want to go even lower than that, the Steve Madden Lando chunky loafers, these are under $100. I think they're about $80. Really, really good price for a chunky, kind of thick sole loafer that is reminiscent of the iconic Prada loafer. So if you want that look, there are 3 different price ranges for that. Okay, next, let's look at an oversized teddy coat. Now, MaxMara, it's MaxMara's like quintessential. They've got the camel hair coat, and then they've got this teddy coat, and they're known for both of these. They are the ultimate luxurious coats. You can see them like a mile away, like if someone's wearing one, it's the MaxMara teddy coat, and they're just iconic. And again, it's one of those pieces that is MaxMara has come to be known for that is not going to ever date, and you're going to have for the rest of your life. So even though it is $4,400, it's an investment piece and one that you're going to have in your wardrobe forever if you choose to keep it. So love this teddy bear coat from MaxMara. Now, if you want this look for less, there are some really, really good options. Aritzia has their Babaton teddy coat for $325. This is just almost exactly in looks like the MaxMara coat. It looks so similar to the coat. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's luxurious and cozy, and a great, great option at $325. Now, if you want to go even less than that, you'll find the Ugg Gertrude coat is a really, really nice option. $268. This is a super, super cozy, super plush coat, and it will definitely give you that look for less. I will also say to check out H&M. It's not exactly, inspired by the MaxMara coat, but they have a lot of maybe 10, 15 teddy bear inspired textured items like this on their website right now, including this cream toggle front coat that I think is really, really cool, and it's under $100. So there's something for everybody and for every price point if you really like that teddy bear coat look. Okay, Next, let's talk about ballet flats. And we can't talk about ballet flats without talking about the Miu Miu satin ballet flats that have blown up over the last few years and have become, again, one of those things that really represents the brand. Everybody knows the Miu Miu flats. Even though they're having, all of these pieces are having a moment, they're never going anywhere because they've just become really synonymous with the brand. So these Miu Miu flats are incredible. They're beautiful. These satin flats, they're so, so feminine. And of course, they have a little strap across the top that says Miu Miu on it. Now, you're not going to find a Miu Miu strap on these styles, but they are beautiful and super, super affordable. So just to give you an idea, the Miu Miu flats are $800, and I'm going to share two flats that are well under $100. So the first is the Sam Edelman Circus Zuri flat. This is beautiful, so, so feminine, so romantic, so ballet inspired. I just love a satin flat, and I think this is a great option at $60. I think it's on sale right now from $80, but definitely well under $100. Now, Mango also has a satin. Everyone seems to have a satin flat right now. Like the Gap has a satin flat, J. Crew has a satin ballet flat, like Mary Jane style ballet flat. But I really like this one from Mango. That's $50. I feel like this is definitely inspired by the Miu Miu flat, but at a fraction of the price. So Miu Miu or Mango or Steve Madden, or sorry, Sam Edelman, take your pick. There is a version of the satin Mary Jane ballet flat for everybody. Okay, let's move on to the next one. There's so much fun stuff. Okay, wide leg trousers. Now, you may know some brands that are really well known for wide leg trousers at every price range, and we've seen them because wide leg trousers have been trending for the last few years. We've seen them everywhere. Favorite Daughter is really known for their wide leg trousers in the $200 to $300 range, but the epitome right now of the wide leg trouser is from The Row. Now, The Row's wide leg trousers can go as high as $1,700, $1,800, but possibly one of their most popular wide leg pants is their Antone wide leg trousers. They're about $1,390. So yes, $1,400 for a pair of wide leg trousers from The Row. They are stunning. Of course, the tailoring is impeccable. Apparently, they make you look tall and slim and young and model-esque and also like a billionaire. I don't know. Like, they must do all sorts of amazing things for you at $1,390. Now, if you want a less expensive version, fortunately, you're going to find them everywhere. Zara has a really fabulous high-waisted wide leg trouser that is definitely inspired by the Row trouser for $50. So $1,400 or $50. Like, there's a version for everybody. And of course, at all your contemporary brands, there are going to be mid-range versions of this. You're going to find, like I said, you're going to find the Favorite Daughter style. You're going to find them from all the, Veronica Beard and Sezane, and all these brands are going to have their own version. But at the high end, The Row, and at the lower end, Zara, you can't beat either of those options. Okay, next, the chunky knit sweater from Isabel Marant. This sweater is incredible. This is their, I don't know what they call it. It has a name. It begins with an O, or Molo or something like that. This is like just chunky, really, really luxurious, textured cable knit sweater. It's a little bit oversized, and this is just a hot item this season from Isabel Marant. It is stunning. It is $1,090, so almost $1,100. Very, very expensive, chunky cable knit sweater. Again, this is the kind of piece that's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be in style forever and ever, but it's a very, very expensive, chunky, casual sweater. So if you're not up to spending $1,100 on a chunky sweater, let me show you the Other Stories dupe. This is a really, really gorgeous chunky cable knit sweater at around $200 from Other Stories. Of course, a chunky cable knit sweater, you're going to find versions of it everywhere, but I really think this Other Stories one is very close to the Isabel Marant one, and a really good kind of designer inspired look for less. So $200 or $1,100. Take your pick on the chunky sweater. Okay, next, platform Chelsea boots. These are the Johnny platform Chelsea boots. We have seen these forever. Like the last few years. These are going to be around forever. Again, this is a piece that is synonymous with the brand Johnny. If you don't know, it's Ganni. It's a contemporary brand. They have beautiful like cool modern pieces, and this boot is something that they have really become known for. Now this boot is just under $500, and it's really just their signature look and their signature boot. So a great boot, and if you really like this style and you're still really into the chunky shoe style, this could be a good investment for you. Now if you like this look but you don't want to spend $500 on it, ASOS has a really, actually they have a couple of good versions, ASOS, but this one, their Anthem platform Chelsea boots are under $45. They're about $45, so you can't beat that. That's a tenth of the price of the Ganni boots, and a really, really cool look for less. So if you like that look and you don't want to spend $500, I think ASOS is the way to go, and they have a couple of different versions. Okay, let's talk about a quilted crossbody bag. Now this is not a Chanel dupe. I don't ever share like direct copies. The closest I think is that Sezane, but it's not like labeled or mislabeled to look like a Sezane. So I will not share direct copies. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with. But if you want a quilted bag, there's so many quilted bags out there. Obviously, Chanel doesn't have a monopoly on quilted bags any more than it does on tweed jackets anymore. They've just become like, or like ropes of chains and pearls. They've just become iconic pieces that are symbolic of the brand and synonymous with the brand, but also have just entered the mainstream and just really become part of style. So I don't think a quilted bag means, oh, you're trying to copy Chanel. It's not like that at all. But I will say that if you want the Chanel quilted bag, it's obviously it's an investment. It's going to be something that we have seen the prices are going to continue to go up, I think, on these bags. So if you're in the market for one, the classic flap quilted bag right now is around $8,000 and up. So something to think about if that's something that you're considering investing in. Now, if you really just like that quilted look, but you do not want to spend $8,000 on a bag, Kurt Geiger, their Kensington flap bag, quilted bag, $285. It's just a great quilted bag. It's elegant, it's cool looking. Kurt Geiger is definitely having a moment, and they have some cool, it's a little bit edgy, they've made it their own. Again, it's not a dupe on the Chanel bag, but it's just a great quilted bag look if you like that look. Now, Quince also has a quilted bag that I'll pop up here, under $100. Great bag, great style, great quality leather, and you can't go wrong. So if you like that, as I do, I really love quilted leather. I love that look. These could be great options and alternatives to the Chanel quilted bag. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about, actually I have two more. This is a silk scarf. Now, Hermes. If you think of a silk scarf, you think of Hermes, right? Like each of these items is kind of really, the brand is known for this specific type of item. And Hermes, obviously the Birkin is something that they're known for, but they're also really known for their silk scarves. And their scarves are like $500, right? They're super, super expensive. And many of you may have silk scarves from Hermes, and if you do, I would say hold on to those forever and ever, because they are really those timeless pieces that continue to hold their value. But if you do not own an Hermes scarf, or you just want another option in a scarf and you don't want to spend another $500 on an Hermes scarf, I will tell you, I was shocked. Amazon has really some beautiful silk scarves for like $18, $19, $20 in like a high quality silk. They're beautiful. They've got a color palette that's kind of inspired by Hermes. They're not exact dupes, but just really Hermes inspired silk scarves for less than $20. I feel like you can't beat that. If you're like, I don't know if I'm going to wear an Hermes scarf enough to justify $500, you could probably justify the $20 instead. Okay. The final thing I want to talk about is these Ugg Tazz Slippers. Now, there are two versions of these. There's one that's $110, and then there's one that's even trendier right now. It's got a thicker, like platform sole, and I think these are $130. But these Ugg slippers are everywhere. They're super, super trendy. All the kids want them, adults want them. They're really comfortable. They've got an indoor-outdoor sole. They're just, like kids wear them to school, but you can wear them as indoor, slippers and house slippers, and they're just a great, really popular slipper and a great gift item going into the holidays. But if you don't want to spend upwards of $100 on a slipper, I mentioned Dream Pairs in the past, and I've done videos with them, but they have a really great version of the Ugg slipper for $36.99. This is their shearling slipper. I have this. I'm actually wearing it right now as we speak. It is super cozy, super warm, really, really comfortable. Again, you can go outside and walk the dog, and you can come in and lounge. So it's really the perfect indoor-outdoor slipper from Dream Pairs. pairs that is very much inspired by the Ugg slipper, and it's $37 instead of $110. So definitely love. And they also have the platform version as well. So that's it. These are, I think, 13 items that are designer inspired, so you can get that luxurious look for less. Let me know what you think of these finds in the comments, and what have you been looking for? Like, what type of designer inspired item have you been eyeing that you might want to find a less expensive alternative to? I want to know. Let's discuss all of this in the comments. Again, if you have not joined Closet Confidence, it's not too late. Comment closet and I will get you the link. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe so we can keep hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.